sagt dir, was dein Herz lässt Bett bei mir. Was wolltest du gebeten, los mich hören? Was ich will, ist Bräut Aschdeckel, Kimmel oder Pumpernickel, mit ein bisschen Liebe, mit darf ich nicht. Was ich will, ist Rumkäsblende, mit mein Wein nur mein Aschene, mit ein bisschen Liebe, mit darf ich nicht. Sucht ihr Glück in Liebe liegt es, sie ist wie Wein, das Holz dir geweckt ist. Sie peinigt, veredigt, was ist was das Leben tut. Was ich will ich euch schreien, ich will mein Wein soll mich so bleiben, mit ein bisschen Liebe, mit darf ich nicht. Sucht ihr Glück in Liebe liegt es, sie ist wie Wein, das Holz dir geweckt ist. Sie peinigt, veredigt, das ist was das Leben tut. Was ich will ich euch schreien, ich will mein Wein soll mich so bleiben, mit ein bisschen Liebe. Mehr darf ich nicht. Thank you. Thank you so much again for applauding. Never know. So this isn't a comedy routine. So these next few pieces, it's a set of actually Yiddish art songs. Now, Yiddish art song is not something that most people really know about, even if you're into classical music. You know, who knows Lieder? Everybody knows Schumann or Schubert, right? Raise your hand if you know Schumann or Schubert. Okay, so most of you know Schumann or Schubert, right? Or you're just raising your hand to not feel silly. These songs are actually in Yiddish, but they're art songs. They all have the same kind of ideas, those little gems of Schubert or Schumann or Mendelssohn. They're beautiful, and they're not done, right? So I hope you enjoy these next few pieces. I'll describe them a little bit. The first piece was actually written by Lazar Weiner, and it's probably his most folky piece, called A Nigun, which is a song that has almost nonsense words, but it's like your time to be with God and your time to have your moment alone with whatever you need. And so I hope you appreciate this song. Ist ein Kopfen am Moor gewesen, vielleicht nur mit gut sich kriegen. Wunder über Wunder hat mit ihm getroffen, wenn ihr tot gesungen, wird so nicken. Hat von Nigen sich Wein gegossen, hat der Supp noch Supp geschlungen. Wunder über Wunder hat mit ihm getroffen, hat sie nicht gesungen, oder so mit Nigen. Chiripip-bop-bop. Chiripip in der Eich von Fried gesprungen. Wunder über Wunder hat's mit ihm getroffen, wird hat gesungen und das Sonnenigen. Chiribim-bum-bum, 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 chiribim, chiribim, So this, thanks, thank you. So this next piece, as you can see, they're really beautiful. This next piece is called Yiddish. It's a beautiful song that was given to me by Joyce Rosenzweig, who is an amazing, amazing person who dedicates her life, mostly, she's very busy, to Yiddish art song. And this next piece, Lazar Weiner, the same composer, composed for his parents, and it's called Yiddish. And it's a great, I'll just read the poetry for you, it's so beautiful. Yiddish, dear, my well of my treasure, the Baal Shem Tov is drunk of your wisdom, the sanctified preachers from Bratslava, from, and well, it's said differently in Yiddish, Mezaricher, Bardichever, and so many crude, simple, and poor people, while wandering through countries and over the world's eternal roadways, where truth and legend are united, Yiddish, my bright well. This next piece is actually, this piece and the next piece going into it, actually I have a really nice story about it. This next piece is called Unter deine weiße Stern. It's very, very well known by people who know Yiddish folk songs. Now, in this piece, this was set by Lazar Weiner, so it was set classically. So it's not the same tune as most people know it, this piece. So it's very beautiful. It's a Holocaust song, and it's about under your white stars, reach out your white hand to me. Running over, my words are tears that want to rest in your hand. I mean, the poetry is just gorgeous. And in this piece, I was at a camp in December where we all sung Yiddish. And there was this old man, and he got up and he sang Unter deine weiße Stern. Not this piece, but the regular version. And this woman was working with him, and she said, who are you in this piece? What's going on? Nobody knew that he was actually a Holocaust survivor. And everyone was just floored by this man who could get up and sing this song, you know, when he was a survivor, so everybody was breaking out in tears, and it was amazing. And then the next piece, I had to get up and sing. What an act to follow. So I thought, well, I guess I'll just go with the piece I was going to sing anyway. So it was Das Zigeuner Mädel, which is this gypsy song, you know, me being a gypsy and free to love and all this, lots of, and I'm thinking, this guy is going to walk out of the room and he's going to never like me ever again, right? He doesn't know me, but he's going to hate me and remember me as the girl who, you know, totally ruined the moment. So I go into Das Zigeuner Mädel, which you'll hear in a minute after this song, and he's crying. He's like crying so much that I almost was going to stop, but I didn't stop. And at the end, he got up, and obviously we're silent, we're listening to him, and he says, when I was in the concentration camp, the only reason I survived is because a gypsy girl came and she would sneak me food in her, you know, in her apron or something every day. And I was in love with her. And that was the only way I got through. And he said that I looked just like her. Worked out, right? Good thing I look like this. And he was so enamored with this woman that when he heard me sing Zigeuner Mädel and that I looked like her, he was sobbing because he just was hugging me. He was my new best friend, basically. And it was just amazing. And so I really wanted to tell you that story and put these two songs together for you, give you a sense of what this was like for me. Zigeuner Mädel, frei mein Herz, mein now you know what I mean. This next piece is actually another one of these beautiful gems that I found in New York in the YIVO, which is the Yiddish Archives. It's a beautiful piece that no one's ever heard of because no one ever does it, and it's been lost for so many years. And luckily, I was really lucky to perform it in New York in October for big Jewish audiences that knew Yiddish, and people fell in love with it. It's such a true story and something that still exists, now. It's called Gott het op mein Bescherten, which means God watch over my beshert, or meant to be one. And in this piece, a girlfriend, her boyfriend goes to war, and she says, I was lucky to be in love for a little while. A little while. I had love, I had everything I could ever want, and now he's off at war, and I'm alone, and I don't even know what's going to happen after this. Will he kill another mother's child? Will I have to live with that? Will I, will there another boyfriend be killed as well? So God watch over my beloved and all of mother's sons. Ich bin glücklich gewesen, durch so kurze Zeit, gelebt mit der ruhig gewesen. Jetzt bin ich allein und so weit, mein Leben ist übergerissen. have left? We'll keep going. All right, so not keeping you guys, right? No place to go, right? All right. So these next two pieces I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about. One is by Glinka, and the other is by Olshanetsky, which is the same composer that did Ich hab dich zu viel lieb. Both Russian composers. Glinka was kind of the father of Russian music. Now, this song is not a song that was actually a Yiddish song. It was a Russian song, and it was actually translated into Yiddish because people loved it so much, you know, when they all immigrated to New York. So it became a big favorite to just Jews in general. And this next piece, The Lark, is a beautiful piece about a small bird singing between the heaven and sky. It's very poetic, and I think you like it. This next piece is the other Russian piece called Glick. It's done in many ways, but we've decided to turn it into a little something different today. So yesterday, I was standing outside. There was a deli. Let's call it Moish's. And these two people walked by. And I say, gosh, did God bless them or did he punish them? They're obviously in love, and I'm sitting here alone, trying to keep, dry from the rain. They have an umbrella. They're sharing it. What am I going to do? I'm all alone, and I think, maybe they're not so happy. And maybe I'm the one that's truly lucky. Ever think of that? Glück, du bist gekommen zu mir, zu spät. Glück, du hast gedrungen, in verschutz mir mein Herz, so fried. Ich will jetzt gar nicht klären, was der Morgen wird bringen vor mir. Also ich love ich hab, kannst du mein Bett, in meine Hand, in ich tanz, den letzten Tanz mit dir. So, I think to myself, maybe someone will come, anybody, right? And here comes this gorgeous man, handsome, suit, trench coat hat, right from the office, and I think, wow, it's my lucky day. He looks at me, and he asks me for the time. You can imagine my surprise when that's really all he wanted was the time. So I looked up, and with all my confidence, I said, 2:45. And he said, thanks, but it was daylight savings time. And I knew better, because I thought, next time, he'll ask me something more interesting than the time. Okay, so we have 2 more songs for you this evening. This last song, second to last song, is a beautiful song also that I found recently called Soll noch sein Shabbos. It kind of is a folk song that people know. Probably when you hear it, you'll know it if you've heard some Yiddish songs before. And it talks about, a little girl is saying, Booby, don't say a word. God, the God of Abraham will come, the Shabbat is coming. And Bobby says, not yet. We have to respect Shabbat. There's not yet 3 stars in the sky, which means that Shabbat, the Jewish Shabbat, is here. And so the Bobby says, just wait a minute. And it's just a beautiful song. I hope you enjoy. Der Gott von Abraham, spannt und zurückgeht, in schweren, doch täglichen Joch.
Well, thank you so much for being such a fabulous audience. I hate to say goodbye, but I must. And I will tell you a little bit. Please come and support the Jewish Music Festival. I know this is a Vorspeise and appetizer, but Ellie has an amazing, amazing few weeks planned for you. So please come, be a part of it, learn some more about Yiddish. If this interested you at all, come and learn more. There's so much to learn, and there's so much richness, no matter if you're Jewish or know Yiddish or anything. Just there's so much to learn from it and so much to enjoy. So I hope you enjoyed. Also, I just want to give a thanks again to Jonathan Russell on clarinet. Ollie Vladishab on piano. And I just want to quickly say, I have some CDs down there. I have one more song. One more song. Oh, so sweet. Thank you. So I just wanted to say really quick that I have CDs if you want to purchase them. Wow. I've never gotten so many flowers in one page. So, thank you. Anyways, I have CDs back there if you're interested, please. I have cards and bios and CDs and a sign-up list, so please sign up if you'd like to know about any more of my events. I usually perform with Jonathan and Alla. So, yeah, please come out. And on this last song, please put your hands together and clap, or I'll be angry. Thank you again. All right. You guys want some gefilte fish? Roll up my sleeves. So, there's a little known song that some people know that have come and seen me perform before called Gefilte Fish. Gefilte fish is a little song about a kind of food, right? Gefilte fish. And none of us really like it if we've had it, or we tolerate it and eat it because we have to, right? I happen to be allergic. Lucky for me. But now I sing the song because that's about all I can do with gefilte fish. So put your hands together again, okay? Und der Holger konnte bloß leicht mit Freund. Weiter Fuß ist runter, verstehen. Und der Jacke holt den Kusse Kreuz. Am Abbelegen welche Drüben. Und der große Hund dem Ascher stieg. Weiter Fuß ist runter, verstehen. Und an der Rabe jeden sagt mir, was es geht. Gefilte Fisch, oi, sie sind Pickel, du musst nicht bringen. Schaut so echt, ob es noch was bringen kann. Und dann ist mein Rücken, und den Kopf ist rein. Es sind Tintelite, oi, Tiger Fisch, wir sind kritisch. Mit Kipp und Still gerücken, machen Hedisch. Mit Schieben, so Regenfisch, und sich zum Gericht. Und mit der Luft gefilte Fisch. Der Hunger kommt im grünen Spiel vom Priegel. Und der Polja kommt in Bigos Fleisch mit Kreuz. Weiter Fuß ist Rütz und Busch der Ekel. Und der Jacke holt den Kuss der Kreuz. Am Abbelegen gleiche Türen. Und der Cousine holt den Busch der Steg. Weiter Fuß ist Wissen, den keiner. Und an der Rabe jeden Tag sagt's mir, wo es geht. Someone's had a little too much gefilte fish.